All right, what's going on, everybody? I want you guys to let me know if you can hear me or not. Having some issues with my Bluetooth microphone, so hopefully you guys can hear me. So you guys let me know if you can hear me. All right, let me know my volume is good. Good to see you, Evan Miller. Always a pleasure, man. What's going on, brother Evan Miller? Yes, sir. My man Evan Miller is in the house, in the house, in the house. Watch your mouth. What's going on, my brother? Yes, sir. Yep, you called me in the beginning, man. Yes, sir. We getting started. Hope you can hear me, though. If you guys can hear me, please let me know if you guys can hear me or not. But listen, folks, we have something that we want to talk about today. Very, very important. This is a matter of life and death. You will know why as we get into it. So hold tight, folks, and let's get it. Well, if it's going to be, it's up to me to fulfill my dreams and possibilities with dedication and motivation to inspire thousands from all nations. When times are tough and breaks you down, just smile with toughness and rebuild from the ground. During tough times, adversity is a lot. Just remember, time flies, but you are the pilot. Folks, I'm glad you guys came in. Thank you for stopping through. Always a pleasure for you guys come through. I'm doing some little technical work here, so that I can have enough memory space to show you some things I want to show you guys today. I want to thank you guys for coming in. We did not do our Monday Motivational Power Talk this week. This is a makeup for it. So, but I am glad you guys came through. I don't know who is in right now until I start seeing some comments come up. So right now I can give a shout out to my man, Evan Miller, also known as Gatorade. Way back in the day, man, playing basketball up in DC. He always had a cooler full of Gatorades for all the fellas, man, that played ball. He didn't ask for no money. You can donate money to him. It was okay, but he didn't ask for no money. He said, man, you need Gatorade in you. Remember the Water Boy, the movie Water Boy with Adam Sandler? He was pushing water. This brother, he was pushing Gatorade. I'm telling you, when you drink some Gatorade, you can go a long time without needing water. Man, I'm telling you, you're not working, shooting ball, running, whatever it is that you're doing, lifting weights, whatever. That Gatorade was helping us, man, play ball, and we didn't catch cramps or any of that stuff. But thank you guys for stopping through. Want to have a little conversation with you guys today. You guys already see the topic. Are men, black and white, being emasculated before our eyes? I know that's a topic that probably got some of you curious what I'm going to talk about, all this kind of stuff, right? But I want you guys to look at the times that we're living in right now. It's not good. It's a scary times for men right now. And the fact of the matter is, there is a shortage in men. Probably about 6 to 1, 6 females to 1 male. But let me even shrink that down a little bit further. That's 6 to 1 to every male species. But probably another 10 to 1 or 15 to 1 every alpha to every alpha male. Alpha males today, ladies and gentlemen, is endangered species right now. There is a crime and there are penalties for being a bona fide man right now. We are living in these times. You don't even have to look at the news. Look at how the women are behaving on social media. They trashing the holy shit out of us on social media. First of all, a lot of them are not understanding the science. They're speaking out of pure ego. They're speaking, basically, let me tell you something, folks. Your attitude is a reflection of how you view your life. And this is not a video of man versus women or women bashing. We got to uplift our sisters. We can't degrade our sisters, but at the same time, we have to also show them inconvenient truth. And if you're a lady right now, you're watching this, and you're not willing to listen to inconvenient truth or hear what I got to share with you in turn, that is science, this is not going to be the podcast for you this evening. This is the day that you may want to skip by watching what I'm going to share with you and what I'm going to say to you guys today. If you're a feminine man, this podcast would not be for you. I'm just going to be brutally honest. You guys know I've never been the type who've been politically correct. I bring it from the hip. I'm a man about my shit. I ain't going back and forth with nobody. It ain't up for debate. And quite frankly, I don't give a fuck who don't like it. Because I don't make this shit up. So with that being said, folks, let's start with what we see on television. I want y'all to look at what's on TV today. Nearly everything you see on TV is man-on-man relation. Now, I'm not knocking the LGBTQ at the alphabet, folks. Not knocking them. If that's your lifestyle, be that. Be that. Don't push that on people, the population, and their kids. That's the problem I have. Don't push that on people's children who are raising their children to be upright or to be straight or to be what God created them to be. Genetically, biologically. That's all I'm saying. But this is not even about that post. This post is basically going to be about men today that don't want to grow a pair. Just letting society dictate the type of man they're supposed to be. First of all, guys, stop allowing these ladies tell you the type of man she wants you to be. You be the man God made you to be. I'm going to say what's up to my man, Wayne Smalls. What's up, my brother? Good to see you, man. Always a pleasure. Marvelous motivational speaker as well. Glad to see another speaker join the podcast. Thank you, my man, Wayne Smalls. So as I say this, folks, you have to own your own shit. Okay? You have to own your own shit. Let me say that a third time. Guys, you have to own your own shit. Now, I'm on several podcasts. I'm on several platforms right now. LinkedIn, Twitch, YouTube, my Facebook business page, my Facebook personal page, and one of my Facebook groups. So let me just let you guys know, I don't hold back anything. I'm unfiltered. So if a curse word comes out of my mouth, I'm telling you exactly how I feel. That's a curse word that is meant to come out of my mouth. But one thing I won't do is cuss you out or cuss at you. I'm cussing at the space. You just happens to hear it. So what I mean, folks, is a lot of women are looking for a man to be emotionally available. I just watched a woman's YouTube. She was saying that we are emotionally illiterate. I heard this woman say that on YouTube. It's just quite frankly that I heard that just before I came to this podcast, that men are emotionally illiterate. Men are not emotionally available. If you have a problem with that, you have a problem with God. And here's why I say that, ladies. If you want someone to be emotionally available, then you need to get a girlfriend. God did not wire a full-blown man, a full-fledged, bona fide man to be emotionally available. Our sole purpose is to provide and protect. You don't want to believe me? Learn from the fucking animals. You look at a damn lion herd. You don't see the male lion sissifying himself just to satisfy the emotions of the lion that's in the damn herd. No. You don't see that in a herd of buffaloes. Every single herd, that is the nature of animals' existence. The male protects and provides. Anything comes around that lion herd that does not belong, that lion tears that ass up. You don't believe me? Look at National Geographic. Go over in Africa and ask the hyenas if that's how it is. Men, you are allowing our women and society to water your ass down. You are exactly doing that. And it's a shame that you have a lot of women standing up, the ones who are standing up, while you sitting down. They're dictating how you operate in your house. You can't even encourage a woman to get off Section 8 because you're not being a provider for her. Now, that goes both ways. What do I mean when I say this, folks? What do I mean when I say that? Women have been living on this for so long. Section 8, TANF, whatever. I mean, I've seen, in my experience, I've seen women who had the opportunity to live with a man who could properly provide for her, rich or middle class. She refused because she didn't want to give up the government assistance. It's not that she didn't love you or was interested in you less. She just stuck with what was guaranteed to her, which was government. Your relationship with that woman is not guaranteed. The relationship with a woman is not guaranteed. It's not guaranteed to last. So with that being said, she's not going to give up something that she can live off of for free to come move with you. And then if it don't work out, you got to put her back out the house. And she got to go and register to be on Section 8 again and be on that long ass waiting list. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. That happens because they have been embedded in that system for decades, folks, for decades. And in order for them to be on that system, to get that existence, to live for free, pretty much, a man cannot be in that house. I don't care how much of a provider you are, you cannot be in that house. She would tell you, you have to go, even if you're providing the same amount of money or whatever benefits the government is giving her. You probably most likely would tell you to go because what you're providing is not guaranteed. It's only guaranteed as long as you're there. You can lose your job, you can lose your business, whatever. Government doesn't go out of business. The government doesn't go out of resources. That's what she's living with. Especially if she don't have to get off her ass and go do something. Now, I'm not degrading ladies, folks. I'm just telling you from experience. I'm telling you what I've seen. I was not only a registered Democrat, but I was also an elected official as a Democrat in Washington, D.C. for 3 terms as a commissioner. I know exactly what I'm saying, and I know exactly what I've seen, and I know exactly what my constituents were about. Yeah, my man. Yes, we did, brother Kenny. So that's one of my boys, Kenny Kitchens. He just mentioned that we know someone that in that situation, someone that was like that, and I didn't even have that person on my mind as I'm sharing you with this information, folks. But like I said, folks, I don't make this shit up. But here's the thing, folks. Here's the thing, man. You have to do a better job. We have to do, I put myself in that hat. We have to do a better job in uplifting the women. But I know it's an uphill battle because society wants to emasculate us. I don't care about your race. I don't want to care about anybody complaining about the white man or whatever it is. Yeah, it might be them behind it on a higher, on a top scale, but they're also emasculating their own people for greed. Alpha males are in the way. They don't even want them in the military. They want soft men in the military, just like our women want to date and have lived and wants to date soft men. I hear a lot of them talking about how much they want an alpha. They can't handle an alpha. They can only handle beta and delta males, because those are the ones that they run over. I don't want to hear about, oh, if I can run over, if I can run over you, I don't want you. That's a damn lie, because I see a lot of y'all with these dudes all day long. They are convenient to your ego. They are convenient to your ego. Riding around all day in your car, in your passenger seat of your car. You got to chauffeur them around. I mean, you're accustomed to doing it because you've done it for your sons, for your daughters. So why not? You got a man too. Now you're doing it for him too. You're accustomed to it. You ain't willing to give it up. Because an alpha male brings too much masculinity. Too much masculinity. But you're watering down the man that you're with. You are lowering his testosterone. As a matter of fact, as you are lowering his testosterone, you're practically killing him. This is why men are shortage than women. They're dying. We are dying. It's not even just about being in prison. Women in prison too. We're talking about science. We are dying. And I'm getting ready to prove it. It starts with testosterone, folks. What if I told you, ladies, that men who are married or involved in monogamous and monogamous relationships and marriages have the lowest testosterone levels? What if I told you that? We'll get to it. But I want to show you guys something. Here I am about to share some data. You guys know me. You guys know me. Y'all gonna get mad. But don't get mad at me. Get mad at science. Get mad at God. This is what God created. I bet you test the testosterone levels of a lion, that should be sky high. And I'm going to explain to you why sky high. I'm going to explain to you why men testosterone levels are low. Let's talk about side effects of low testosterone. Take a look at this. I guess, should I blow this up more? Let me give you a bigger screen to work with. Here you go. Here you go. We go. Let me start here. Testosterone is a hormone found in humans. Men have much higher levels of testosterone than women. Production increases during puberty and starts to decrease after age 30. Ha, watch this. Now, we know what testosterones are. Let's talk about the Let's talk about the side effects of low testosterone. Because I got two articles. I got another article I'm coming up with after this one. Testosterone sexual functions. Y'all talk about how your man can't fuck right. Jada Pickett talked about how Will is not hitting it right. Right? I don't know how true that is between them. That's their business. Or I don't know if they're just doing it for publicity stunt to get more, to earn more money. I don't know. But here it is. Reduced desire for sex, few erections, infertility. Okay? That's a side effect. That's the first side effect. That's another one. Physical damage. This is what I really want to get to. Physical changes. Increased in body fat. Increased strength, mass of muscles. Fragile bones. Okay? Let me get rid of that. Decreased body hair. Not hair on the head. Hair everywhere, other parts of the body. Swelling, tenderness of the breast tissue, hot flashes, increased fatigue, effects on cholesterol metabolism. Now, before I keep going with that, let me just share with this with y'all. Now, ladies, how you dog your man out to your women, to your girlfriends, and to social media, what have you. What you're not realizing is that those are side effects of low testosterone levels. I mean, testosterone levels. Excuse my for butchering that. Y'all women, y'all been degrading us for decades, long as we can remember in human history. Been degrading us for decades. Men are starting to speak out, and men are speaking the truth, because the tables are starting to turn, and you women today are not able to handle it. Throw stones. The stones throw back. You have a meltdown. You started calling men gay because they're telling you how they feel right now. And why do you think men are coming out really saying things about how they feel? Why do you think men are standing up more now today as advocates of men? Why? Because we're dying. And ladies, believe it or not, all you I don't need a man people, you would die without us. You can't live without us. And when we cannot live with low testosterone, humanity is crashing. This is all part of the depopulating the earth agenda. It's not just the vaccines. This is part of it. If they can emasculate us, we get sicker. We get sick because our testosterone levels are lower. We're also lowering our immune systems, making us susceptible to things like diabetes and all this other stuff. I'm gonna finish sharing this information with you. Take a look at this. Sleep disturbance. Lower sleep, lower energy levels, insomnia, other changes in your sleep patterns. Replacement therapy may contribute or cause sleep apnea. Okay, emotional changes. We're not emotional creatures, but we do have some emotions. Okay, the addition to cause physical changes. Having low levels of testosterone can affect you on an emotional level. Can lead to feelings, sadness, or depression. If you got depression, what does depression feed? Depression feeds cancer. Some people have trouble with memory and concentration. and experience lower motivation and self-confidence. You see what's happening, folks? See, here's some other causes. Diabetes, side effects of alcohol use. I mean, all this shit is killing you. Look at all this shit, man. Infection. Okay. Let me stop sharing this screen because I guess you guys get the point. So these are all side effects of low testosterone. Pretty soon you will see a lot of men sitting down to pee. This is done on purpose. And if you can't see that and it's just opening up your fucking eyes, then you don't want to see it. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go as far as to say not only that you don't want to see it, you're part of that agenda. I don't care if you're male or female. You're part of the agenda to do this to men, emasculating men. You see them on sports shows. You see the first take and all that. You see all that first take on. They always got some feminine woman to try to control the two men who's going at it about sports. Since when in the history of humanity did we allow, or not allow, but have women to come and control men who are discussing sports? That's what we do in the barbershop. There's no women in the barbershop. You go put your butt in the room. Now, my dog trying to bark. So, folks, everything we do, they are countering it, doing the same for a woman. We got NFL. They try to WNFL, but they just can't. That's something they just couldn't deal with. They still do got the little tackle football league where the women are wearing thongs and playing tackle football in an arena league or something like that. They got that going on, but it is not a whole lot of that they're gonna be able to do it to excite people to watch NFL, the women NFL. The WNBA. Copied off the NBA, but they're mad because they're not making the money that men are making. See, you guys understand what the playing the victim is all about here? They're mad that they're not making the money that men are making. First of all, you're not selling the tickets that men are selling. There are no women dunking the basketball. There are no women doing no turnaround 3-point shots. That's amazing, the crowd. There's none of that going on in the WNBA. You're not selling tickets. Why would you expect to make a $30 million salary when y'all barely have 2,500 people in the damn arena? You guys understand what's going on here? They're arguing against shit that just doesn't even make scientific or mathematical sense. And then we buy into it. When are you guys going to grow a pair? When are you guys going to stop letting these women come at you with masculine energy? I don't care who you are as a female. I'm always going to have respect for a woman, always. But you will not come at me with masculine energy. I will shut your shit down. Period. Promote masculinity. Protect femininity. Let me say that part again because people is not getting this. If we want more, if we want to rise up as male and female in this country, protect femininity and promote masculinity. Stop trying to make your man to be a punk. Stop trying to stop asking your man to be emotionally available. That is not how we're wired. Stop trying to ask a zebra to hide its stripes. If you took some clippers and you cut the hair off that zebra, when that hair grows back, those stripes are still going to be there. You are not going to change the dynamics of a man. in a long time, in the long run, it's going to hurt the both of you. He's going to get sick. He's going to, and this is why you're outliving us, ladies. This is why you're outliving us. This is why it's not just a shortage of men because men are going to jail. It contributes to it, but that ain't the sole reason. The sole reason is that you're outliving us. And it has nothing to do with, oh, men don't like to go to the hospital. Shit. If we had higher testosterone levels, we won't hardly need to go to the hospital. You can go to the hospital and you know they don't treat causes, they only treat symptoms. So the man go to the hospital because he's sick, he ain't getting cured. And his testosterone levels are not coming back up. The older we get, the lower the testosterone. It goes up, it goes down about 1% a year, folks. Let me share this with you. Ladies, you're really going to have a hard time swallowing this. First, let me talk about the lion. Why would a lion have a high testosterone levels? A lion have higher testosterone levels and able to provide and protect the herd because it's strong enough to do it, is because he is not just focused on one mate. Ladies, you're not going to want to hear this. Let me explain to you. Let's go to the humans for a second. How many of you ladies have no problem touching each other on the ass? How many of you ladies have no problem going to the restroom with each other? How many of you ladies doing feminine stuff? How many of you ladies have no problem getting on the dance floor and twerking on one another? You call it fun. The fact of the matter is that is you living in your femininity. You are living out the true origins of a woman. Does not make you bisexual, does not make you gay. There are no bisexual women. They're just women. There are bisexual men. Because naturally, by nature, we were born into this world. We are wired to be alphas. Provide and protect. Originally, there are no alpha. There are no let's say bisexual women. You act that way by nature. The lioness act that way, and you act that way. You might say, oh, no, I ain't gay, I don't want no woman. But guess what? You provide emotional support to one another. That is your nature. That's being a woman. It's being a woman. You can touch each other on the ass all day. Shit, I don't even want to be naked around another man. That was my issue when I used to play football. I didn't want to be in the shower and you got no privacy. You got all these men in the damn shower. There's no guard, no wall or curtains to separate you from other men in the shower. I don't want to look at another man's ass and balls. I don't want to see that. That's why I didn't really get into football like that. I don't want to be naked around no man. I'll be naked around a woman all day. Cause that's how we are wired. We're not wired to be naked around each other. I don't want no man's testicles near me. Women, you can do that all day because that's your origin. That is how you were wired. God wired you that way. God wired us to be with a woman or women. The lion protects and mates with all of the lioness in the herd, because that's how he's wired. The only way that lion leaves that herd is that another male lion have to come and defeat that lion in a fight. Unless that lion have two sons that's half grown and they jump that lion, send his ass out of there. Other than that, that lion controls that herd. There's no emotional support. The support that we give to our women is to provide and protect. Women want two things: intimacy and security. That is our sole purpose, is to do that, is to provide that for them. Period. If you're not doing that, your life won't be long, guys. Your testosterone levels are going straight to hell, straight downward. Let me show you. Let me prove what I just said with you. Because y'all, I'm gonna share the information. I'm gonna share the information. You might not like it, but this is God's work. Y'all better be ready for this. That I'm gonna get on the body here and leave y'all mad at me. Probably delete me. See, people don't. It's not that people don't like the truth. They don't like hearing it from you. That's what I found. You might just hate the fact that it's me that's telling it to you. You might not even like me, but I'm gonna share it anyway. Watch this. Anybody got a problem with Harvard University? I'm gonna highlight this. Married men, whether fathers or not, have markedly low testosterone levels than single males, according to one of the first studies of how hormone changes when men marry and become fathers. Results of the study, done by a team at Harvard University and anthropologists, increase our knowledge of human biology and may have implications for so-called male menopause. So let's see. Men, I'm gonna skip down here. I'm just tagging the text, but I'm not going to give y'all the whole article. People have short attention spans. Check out this part. Men also took written tests to indicate how much time each one spent with their wife and children. They answered questions about how much attention they give their wives on their last day off, rather than golfing or hanging around with male friends. Those with higher scores on these spousal investment quizzes had lower testosterone levels. These guys are dying. These guys are dying. So that's all I wanted to share on that. I just wanted to tag the text on that. So when you talk about this man cheated on you, he's living out the origins of a man. He's living out how God wired him. And the reason why it's cheating, and I agree that it's cheating, is because that wasn't the arrangement or the agreement going into your relationship or marriage. So in that point, it is. So because of that, it will be considered cheating. But a man just got to be straight up, because this is how men are wired. A lot of men know this, and they refuse to just even get involved with the relationship because they know they're going to always seek options. Ladies, I don't care who your man is. I don't care who you married to. You can brag all day as my man only wants me. I'm going to tell you right now, he is struggling not to be involved with another female. And it doesn't mean leaving you. He is struggling with not exploring his options. Because by nature, that's what keeps the testosterone levels high. And I just shared with you the study from Harvard University. Men in monogamous marriages and relationships has lower testosterone levels than single men or men who are polygynists. And you ladies, you're outliving them. You know why you're outliving them? Because you can live out your true origins of a female, but he's not allowed to live out the true origins of a man. Because society, this country, has raised us to believe that we are only supposed to be in a monogamous relationship. You could be in whatever relationship you choose to be in. Religion did that. Politics did that. So men are being emasculated even more today than they were over decades. And the result of it is they're not outliving the women they're involved with. We're dying. And if you're an alpha, you're endangered species. No, it's not what you don't. I know it's not what you want to hear. I ain't saying. I'm just saying. Can't argue science, can you? Anyone try to argue science is a pure idiot. Anyone who argues science is a pure idiot. Some good juice right here. So, men who are married, I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news. Women, married or not, I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news. But we're dying. Emasculating men, I don't care what your race is, emasculation of men will lead them to an earlier death. That's the science. I just showed it to you. Don't get mad at me. If you got a problem with that, I think you need to talk to God. And I don't think God is going to change just for you. I ain't saying. I'm just saying. I was listening to a gentleman earlier too. He said something that is very profound, and I almost forgot because I just saw his name across my screen there. Made me tell you guys something he said. I'm gonna give a shout out to this guy. His name is Kevin Wesley. His name is Kevin Wesley. Before I go to him, let me share what Dana Isley just said. Totally agree. Men by nature are supposed to have multiple wives. However, society has labeled it wrong. Western culture changed it, I believe. Yeah. And listen, folks, that's a female that just said this. Now, weeks ago, I was talking to my 40 and 50-year-old. I said, I think it's about during this day of time, I think y'all need to learn from millennials. Dana's a millennial. She's a millennial. I just told y'all, folks, everything I keep telling y'all, it always come to pass. Always come to pass. She's a millennial. I know her personally. She used to be my neighbor in DC, up in Oak Park Apartments. Millennial. I ain't saying. I'm just saying. How the hell she know this? She just said it. So back to what I was saying, a brother by the name Kevin Wesley. I'm gonna give a big shout out to him. And I'm not clout chasing. I don't need a whole lot of followers on my YouTube and all that. I don't live for that shit. I'm not clout chasing. I'm only giving credit where credit is due. He did a video that I saw and said, men, if you can master your masculinity, the woman have no choice but to be feminine. Let me repeat what this brother said. Men, if you can master your masculinity, the woman have no choice but to be feminine. And if she still try to fight it, take a broom and get her ass up out of there. You gotta, man, you have to act like there's a shortage of men. All these women talking about, man, you should be chasing them. We don't have to chase you no more. It's not a shortage of women. We don't have to chase you anymore. Times are changing. Morals are changing. I don't care if you refuse to change with the times or not. That's your choice. But another choice is that is for you to die alone too. Because it's time, and men are starting to act this way now. We're starting to behave like we are, like there are a shortage of men. It's called leverage. Those of you who want somebody to come kiss your ass, ain't no ass kissing no more. Things are changing. Especially amongst alpha males. If you want these betas, you want these men who are being emasculated, that's probably your best bet if you believe a man should still be running around trying to chase you all these goddamn weeks and months. Nobody got time for that shit no more. Men today, alphas, we're focusing on our wealth. If you want to be on that team, you better bring your feminine energy to the table. That's all we ask. We not asking you, hey, what you bring to the table. All we want you to do is be feminine. That's it. We don't care about your degrees. We don't care about what type of job you got. We only want feminine energy in a beautiful woman. That's it. Y'all make this shit too goddamn hard. You making it too hard. You trying to emasculate the damn man. But when you come up to an alpha, this shit don't work because an alpha's always going to stand his ground. He's going to tell you if you don't like it, we can talk about it. And if we still don't come to a common ground, I'm not budging. That's how it out. You can call it wrong. You can say we're bullies. You can call it whatever you want to call it. But that's just what it is. This a man who has balls. Doesn't make him love you any less. It only means that he has already provided a domain. And if you come into that domain, you have to, by law, you're going to have to come underneath his leadership. And if you can't do that, you have the option to go. But you're not going to come in with masculine energy. Your ass going to get checked at the door, especially with me. Wait. Put the brakes on that. You ain't coming up here with that. This is my domain. This is how I'm operating it. You got an option. Bone dry. I ain't saying. I'm just saying. Men, you need to have a pair. Kevin Wesley is 100% right. Shout out to that brother. Yes, he has two women. He has two women. He has two wives with him. I don't know where they're from. I think they might be in Atlanta. I believe. I don't know. You can look up Kevin Wesley. He have his two wives. He's the one that everybody was posting his video around social media. Him and his two women. They were talking about their polygamy relationship, polygamy relationship, polygyny, which is one man, multiple women. They were talking about that. This video went viral about a year ago. That's the guy I'm talking about. He put his a wrap on his head. Kevin Wesley. And he said it perfectly. Men, if you can master your masculinity, she has no choice but to be feminine. She will automatically be feminine. Dana also follows him. She's a millennial. She follows him. This young sister is getting educated. This young sister gets it. So as I saying this, folks, I'm not going to keep you guys too much longer. Getting ready to come on up out of here. She says she follows Kevin Wesley. He's a good brother. I enjoy some of his comment. I just started listening to him, and I'm glad he mentioned that right before I started my podcast. So with that being said, folks, all I actually do is a few favors for me. One is to donate to the podcast. My podcast is only $20 or less. I'm not asking for a whole lot of money. What is the donation for? Donation is strictly for the podcast. It's not for me. Eventually, I might need a new light. I might need a new laptop. I might need a new camera. I don't know, but it's for upgrades, upkeep, so I can keep giving you guys the content, giving you guys the show and all that kind of stuff. That's all I ask. I'm not asking for 40, 50. If you donate that kind of money, I will return it back. I promise you I will. I don't need your money. I'm okay in that department. Matter of fact, I'm also already working on businesses as I speak. It's hard to tell to do, but we might have one locked in by next week. I'll give you guys a little update if that comes through. But other than that, folks, what I just want to share with you is that's the donation, $20. It could be $5. I don't care. All right, 15, 10, 20 or less. Secondly, I want you to share the video. It may or may not be for you. If this video did help you, please put that in the comment and say, thank you, this has been helpful. I would really appreciate it if you did that. But share the video, please share it. Even if it did not help you, you know somebody this video would help. You know some brothers out there who may be suffering from low testosterone. They're out there. I'm pretty sure you can share this video. Share with somebody who this video can help. Last but not least, I want you to do me one bigger favor. Big favor. And that is to sing like no one can hear you. Dance like no one can see you. Love like you've never been hurt. And live like it's heaven on earth. I'm J. Hunter Lee. I love you. And the world needs you. And it ain't nothing you can do about it. So stop that damn texting and driving. Let me before I go, let me put up a couple of comments we got here. My man William Crowley, man. Yes. And we as men are allowing it. Yes, sir, brother William. Brother William Crowley, known as the credit man. If you want your credit right, you better talk to him. You better talk to him. He's in the comments, so make sure you hit him up, get your credit. And I'm talking the real way. I'm not talking about just somebody just trying to dispute shit. The real way. Holler at this man. He'll take you deep into the rabbit hole about your credit. All right. Shout out to my man Evan Miller again. My man Evan Miller said, "Man, I appreciate you, man. Always give good knowledge." I try, brother Evan. He also said, "If I don't see you before Christmas, Merry Christmas and have a safe one." My brother Evan Miller, man, you do the same thing. Wishing you happy holidays. Wishing you a happy new year, a healthy new year. And that goes for each and every one of you. So with that being said, folks, I'm going to chime out. Please hit me up if you have any other questions about the podcast that you didn't comment. Hit my inbox. I'll do what I can to help you out. So peace and blessings, folks. Have a great day.